YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. Thank y'all so much for tuning in once again. So I am back with this grueling story, you guys. Now this is a story of a woman named Jalissa Baxter. She actually deleted her 3-year-old daughter in a cold-blooded, savage way, you guys. This was heartbreaking. Someone sent me this story to react to, and I want to just talk about it because it speaks to the state of a lot of women, how a lot of women have been dealing with issues mentally and nobody's really paying attention. So I want to play this 911 call, but this is very grueling. Before I play it though, I want to give you a little bit of context. So this happened early morning of December 27th of 2022. This was in North Miami Beach, Florida. The article states how the police entered apartment 311 at the Greenview Apartments in North Miami Beach. What they found sickened and hardened detectives who had investigated numerous murders over the years. So when they walked into that apartment, it was a grueling scene. On the living room floor was the lifeless body of 3-year-old Aria Smith. Police said she had deep wounds. They couldn't say how many. They were to her chest, her neck, and face. They said a knife was found on the ground beside the child. Now they questioned her competency and I guess her mental state, but the woman stated that she was stable and she was competent, but they argued and kind of went back and forth about that because of the nature of this crime. This is very, very crazy. The police said when they arrived, the only other person in the apartment was Baxter. She was pacing in the living room and speaking incomprehensibly. A neighbor told police it wasn't unusual to see Baxter striking her child. Police say Baxter made the 911 call that alerted them. I'm gonna go ahead and play that call for you guys. Here we go.
I'm from the North Miami Beach Police Department on a recorded line. Did you call for the police?
Yes.
Okay, what is your name?
Jalissa?
Ulissa?
Jalissa Baxter.
Jalissa, hi. Can you tell me what's happening there?
Yes, my daughter.
How old is your daughter?
3.
Is there anyone else in the house?
God.
And how did you kill your daughter?
I tried strangling her. That didn't work, so I stabbed her with a knife in the neck and chest.
And what area of the house is she in?
She's on the floor in the living room.
Do you still have the knife?
I do.
So that was part of that 911 call, which is very sad. This is sad. Baxter, she was arrested, jailed, and denied bond. She's facing charges of first-degree murder and aggravated child abuse. Her Instagram page at the time of her arrest showed she had more than 5,000 followers and identified as a mom and holistic health coach who spoke of healthy foods and wellness. This is crazy. This is insane. You know, and especially, you know, that this child had to endure this. It's just I don't know. I don't have words for this because the child was innocent and had to endure this, and life was taken away by her own mother. To me, it seems like the mother was going through some type of psychotic episode or something, or dealing with something for her to do something like this. And just the way she sounds on a 911 call, to me sounds like she was not herself. And this is unfortunate for this child. These types of things just really don't sit right with me. But I wanted to talk about it because there are a lot of cases like this. And when I'm talking about these things, I'm not talking about it from a bashing point of view, but from a real concerned point of view, because a lot of this is happening and nobody's really checking on it. Nobody's really checking on these women and their mental state, because all we hear is women talk about men being whole and how men need to do this and men need to do this and men need to do that, holding them to the fire. But a lot of these women are left unchecked. A lot of these women may look good on the surface, may seem like they have it all put together, but deep down inside they're struggling and they have a lot of mental anguish that nobody is really paying attention to, nor do a lot of people care to. So they're walking around here, speaking about all the negatives when it comes to other people. But this is why I say it could be a reflection of the mental anguish that they're actually experiencing themselves. And so one way to cope with it is to push the blame on somebody else, to make that person feel worse than what they're feeling, to try to ease the issues that they are having themselves. by shifting the blame. Because if you can blame somebody else for what you're feeling, it might make you feel a little bit better temporarily. And so this is why I say this. I say a lot of the things that we hear women say, a lot of people don't pay attention to it. You just think, oh, that's just the nature of women. That's just how they are. Oh, the crazy things that they do, that they lash out. You see a lot of women doing crazy things in public. They have these attitudes toward others, and they don't really know how to deal when it comes to relationships. A lot of times these women are trying to, reach out, but they don't know how to. And unfortunately, sometimes their own children are the ones who take the brunt of this behavior, because they're not getting the help that they really need. And there are a lot of people who are in denial and don't believe that they're having issues, and that they have they're dealing with different mental issues until they snap. And this is why I say you got to stop coddling women and start really focusing on the nature of them and why they act the way they act. Because I don't believe, and I think all of this ties in. You might be like, well, what this got to do with relationships and how women are in relationships? It has a lot to do with it, because your mental state and your mental capacity have everything to do with how you react, how you respond, how you speak, how you think. And this is why I say something is going on and nobody's checking for it. All they're doing is saying everybody else is the problem. So the focus is not on them mentally and what they're going through internally. And then when they're lashing out and they're doing things, people act confused as if they don't know what's going on. But there is a lot going on. This is why I say mental health is very important for all of us. Nobody is sitting here with all the answers and got it all together. You may look like you do, but none of us really do. This is why you see people who look like they got it all together and then they off themselves, because nobody really was paying attention to what was really going on and looking at the signs, because you look good. You look like you got your life all together, but you really don't. There's something internally that is not being worked on, and sometimes people snap and they don't know how to cope. So this is why you hear people saying, look, check on your strong friends, the friends that look like they're strong and have it all together, because a lot of times they're not. It's a facade. They're breaking inside. They're falling apart and they don't know how to deal with it. So I think mental health across the board is something that we should focus on in men and women. It's not a one size fits all situation. Everybody goes through it. Everybody deals with it in some way, shape, or form. But we got to stop putting a band-aid on it and making it seem like it doesn't exist. And especially with women out here thinking that they're just everything and not realizing that there's more deeper issues going on than we like to talk about. A lot of women are walking around like they got it together. Oh, these men need to come whole, when a lot of them aren't whole themselves. They're dealing with a lot of internal issues and they're faking the funk. That's all I'm saying. They're faking it. It's there, but they're faking like they don't have it and like it's not an issue, but pushing it all on men. And I think that that's a problem. So listen, y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel, y'all. Chime in. I want to hear your thoughts on this. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.